Hey guys, Coach Mitch, 4 points to help you get through that Border Patrol structured interview. Everyone always says star, right? Situation, task, action, result. You go ahead and you star. What I'll be coaching for my students for the past 5.5 years, what I will teach, of course, is legal authority, safety, proportionality, communication, documentation. This proves judgment, not just storytelling. That's how we do in my program. This is what gets me the 90.2% success rate for my folks, okay? The deal is this. You have to understand it goes beyond star. If you're a civilian, which most of you are, who get into the BP arena, you're walking in there thinking it's going to be a star format the whole way. You're the reason why we're getting 60% fail rate, because you're not thinking the right way. You need a coach who understands these things, right? Legal authority, first of all. Safety, next. Proportionality, communication, documentation. Then you got to understand how to present that to this hardcore interview panel. These guys are not playing around. They really don't want to be there, right? But they're going to interview you for 15, 20 minutes at most, and that's it. That's all you get. Number two is this. You have to think in decisions and not drama. No matter what they give you, no matter how dramatic the question might be, think in decisions. If you cannot think in decisions, you have to get that help to understand how this works. Again, 60% fail rate. See, the panel wants the choices you made, and they want to know why. So you got to convert these scenarios into what I call the decision tree, right? Coach Mitch's decision tree. So if X, I do A. If Y emerges, then I go to B. If B doesn't work, then I go to C, right? If risk escalates, I do C or D or E, right? This shows foresight, contingency planning, and restraint. At this point here, if you're confused with what I'm saying, you definitely need to get into my coaching program, because you will not be part of the 40% who pass the BP interview process if you don't understand what I just said. Contingency is what gets you through these processes, understanding the question they're asking you without being dramatic to a dramatic question. Yes, the situations are laced with drama. However, you have to think in what? Decisions. That's how that works, guys, for the Border Patrol interview. Command presence, right? It doesn't mean it's loud, right? A lot of guys you see in these YouTube videos are loud. They're making all sorts of noise. They're making noise and being silly. When you have command presence, it means you have control with structure and tempo. When you stand there or sit there for the interview, you keep it in short chronological steps. First, second, third, fourth, and then finally, and land on the result, right? Keep your answers between 90 to 150 minutes. That's what you want to do, unless they're asking for more. Now, the BP interview, of all the four that I teach Secret Service, FBI, and also CBP. The BP comes with something extra tough. They tend to ask more questions. You don't respond to that with, oh my gosh, or filler, or jokes, or mumbling around. You can't do that. If they come at you with another question, same thing. Stabilize. Second, you separate, verify, right? Resolve proportionality, right? Document and modify. Those are the things you have to do. Again, if you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, you do not need to be up there trying to interview for Border Patrol. Another one, I teach this all the time. Prove integrity and after action discipline. So they give you a drama to respond to, you respond to it, but there's always an after action. It's like if you spill a drink on the ground, you just don't walk away from it, right? You got to go take care of it. You got to resolve it. You have to have some after action to what you did, right? Same thing here. When you're asked about mistakes or pressures in the drama that you're given, you own it. You report it, you correct it, and you prevent the reoccurrence, right? Training, checklist, peer review. Anyway, tie your actions in the questions: vigilance, service to country, and integrity. Those are the three we always hit upon. You guys already know who've been through my program. I ask everybody, why are you desiring to be a Border Patrol agent? And I better hear something like that. Vigilance, security of the country, or integrity, because part of your answers to this panel is going to have some of those words in it. Last thing I want to tell you guys, it goes way beyond STAR. Okay, STAR is what they're using in the civilian world still. You know, we use it a little bit in my program, but that's not what I'm going for at all. That's not how I teach. If there are some STAR answers, they're embedded, they're not overt. I chase this for my people. Legal authority, safety, proportionality, communication, documentation. These things prove judgment, not just answering a question for these people in front of you. If you're going to impress this hardcore couple of people in front of you who work the BP job every day, they're not going to want to hear you rambling along, not want to hear your jokes or your nervous discomfort. They don't want to hear none of that stuff. Legal authority, safety, proportionality, communication, documentation. That's what they're going to want to hear. I teach that for 5.5 years, how to use those. Yes, stars in there, in a very small way, it's embedded. If you're serious about joining my coaching program, click the link below, get into my calendar, and join. Join the hundreds of others who you've seen. People pass through my program all the time. They pass the absolute SI because I know what they're looking for. I know how to teach it. I do this all the time. Every day I do this. I'm just tired of getting these emails from good people out there who want to be agents but do not understand what they walked into when they go into these lion dens of interviewing with these hardcore BP agents who are interviewing them. They had no clue what they're walking into. No clue at all. 6 months. Come back later. Dream deferred. If you want to invest in yourself, invest in me. That's all I can tell you. My investment is tiny compared to your lifelong you're going to have of a great career, taking care of this country, keeping us safe, and being proud of what you're doing. The investment in me is tiny compared to what you get out there. Link below in my calendar. See you guys later. Bye-bye.